Okay, good morning students. Welcome to the next session. The next continuation chapter is 12th chapter, that is world between the world wars. It means at the time of world wars, right, entire world is in we have involved in a war, right? That's the meaning, the entire world in the world wars, in between, right? And then world wars lo involve ayyunnam. In which century it is? We have learned about the Second World War, right? In the same way, there will be a revision kind of thing with this chapter. We'll go through with a few important topics in this session. Now, interesting. In this chapter, we shall take about the history of the World War in the first half of the 20th century, the causes and consequences in between the two world wars. And each chapter మనం ఏం నేర్చుకోబోతున్నామంటే between the world wars, what are the incidents happened, what are the consequences happened first half of 20th century. అంటే 20th century లో almost it's occupied with a wars, and it causes many consequences, many destroying of a property, many people's lives have gone because of these two world wars, right? Now we go with the 20th century. What happened in 20th century, we'll see. Now in this paragraph there is a few important points. I'll read out, right? Then you strike or underline with your pen. The 20th century. Eric Hobsbawm, a historian, called the 20th century the age of extremes. On one hand, faces up and growing strong because of its ideas of unquestioned power and hatred for the people. In 20th century, there is a world war between all the countries, across the world, and there is a power in between or in a what do you call the people who are involved in a world war, and they are saying that it is rapidly growing with their questions, ideas, and all the people whoever they are trying to come back. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరన్నా ఎదురు మాట్లాడారనుకోండి, they will obviously kill them and they will throw it away. In the same way, on the other hand, the need for democracy was also growing. అంటే ఒక వైపేమో people ని చంపేయడం, the people who are coming opposite to them, they are killing out, they are doing whatever. And ఇంకో సైడ్ ఏంటంటే డెమోక్రసీ కోసం ఫైట్ చేస్తూ, డెమోక్రసీ ఇస్ కీప్ ఆన్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్. అంటే ఫ్రీడమ్ కోసం ఫైట్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఫ్రీడమ్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతూ ఉంది. The average life expectancy rate was growing higher because of new discoveries in the field of medicine. అంటే average life of a people is increasing. అంటే ఇప్పుడు తాతల కాలంలో అంటే the old age people, right, they still lives for 100 years, but now in this in our age, right, it's a great thing if we live for 50 years. Now he is what saying, the average life of expectation growth higher. అంటే life of a person or anything, it is expecting to be higher because new discoveries in the medicine. అంటే అప్పట్లో మనకి మెడిసిన్స్ అవి ఏం లేవమ్మా, రీసెంట్గా రావడం ఏదో జరిగింది. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే అన్నిటికీ మందులు దొరుకుతున్నాయి. ఈవెన్ నౌ హార్ట్ ఈజ్ transferring from 1% to 1%, right? That is an updated technology. Now literacy levels also became high. More people had access to better education. Literacy people is very higher became because more people have access to better education. And literacy rate kuda ekve undamma. The people are educated more and they have a good education facility in the 20th century. And new art forms like movies also became known. After that, the technology of involved in the movies as well. Sir, this ante enduku sir ante this they are comparing with the all the technologies which happened in between the world wars. And in the field of science, new discoveries were made about life and atoms. More than 100 countries became independent all over the world because of these technologies, these ideas, these developments. More than 100. మనకి ఎన్నో కంట్రీస్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా, మోర్ దెన్ 180 కంట్రీస్ ఏమో ఉన్నాయి. అంటే అందులో 100 కన్నా ఎక్కువ కంట్రీస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్గా దే ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు సర్వైవ్. అండ్ టైమ్ లైన్స్, ఇక్కడ మీకు టైమ్ లైన్స్ ఇచ్చారమ్మా. ఐ షో దిస్ వన్స్ యూ సీ దిస్, ద టైమ్ లైన్స్ ఫర్ world wars and everything. Just it's a graph, nothing else. If you see here, beginning of World War in 1914 and Russian Revolution. We learned about the Russian Revolution, right? That happened in 1917, and end of First World War in year 1918. If anyone asks, you have to give the answer. and Treaty of Versailles in the year 1999 and formation of USSR. Like this, they have given all the details about the first and second world war and what are the revolutions happened in between these 1914 to and 1945. ఈ gap లో from the year 1914 to 1945 లో what are the achievements, what are the revolutions that happened, they have given in this box. You can go through this thing. Now, some countries like the USSR experimented with socialism under which the states own all land, factories, banks and adopted planned development. It sought to ensure equality and fraternity of all the people. At the time, the USSR, we learned about many things about the USSR, right? In the First World War and in a different chapters. Now USSR, what it did, they have acquired, and the USSR in this many lands, plants, and the factories, and they adopt chesukoni. They try to give some good benefit for all the people who are in the USSR. Some other countries like USA, there is a USSR. We know well about these two countries. Some other countries like USA adopted liberal democracy, which ensured political liberty for all, which with multi-party democracy they promoted capitalist system in which all means of production were owned by private person. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి USSR లో మొత్తం ప్లాన్ అంటే ఐ మీన్ ద కంపెనీస్, ఫ్యాక్టరీస్, ల్యాండ్స్ అన్నిటిని అడాప్ట్ చేసుకొని పీపుల్ కి సర్వ్ చేయడం. బట్ ఇన్ USA they are trying to form all the factories, companies, all the things to get a good benefit for all the people with a good democracy by running with a private people. Like private government organizations ఉంటాయి కదా, అట్లా with a private persons they are able to run the companies in the USA. At the beginning of the 20th century, the world has divided into developed industrialized countries of the West, including Britain, USA, Germany, France, Italy, etc. Right. At the beginning of the 20th century, there were many countries of developed industrialized wise, and chala companies, factories wise, industries wise, chala develop ayinama. In that, there is a few countries that Britain, USA, Germany, France, Italy, and many other countries. We don't know, but they have given a few examples. Those countries have got developed a lot in the industrial wise, the manufacturing wise, production wise, and colonized many countries of Asia and Africa. And they colonized in the sense the most of the Asia and African countries, they are merging or with these countries to get the industrial benefit. These countries were under the control of developed nations. These countries are developed nations. If you observe, these are all the countries developed countries. Britain, UK, London, the USA, Germany, France, Italy, even developed countries, right? The industrialized countries are split into two enemy groups or blocks, right? After this, the industries wherever the countries are having, they and oka country with oka country ki how the enmity will be. In the same way, industrialized wise kuda the countries got enmity in between them. And Germany, like what are the countries? Germany, Austria and Hungary were on one side, and Britain, France and Russia were on the other side. Okay, three countries oka side lo, and inko three countries vachesi different side, because they are having some enmity now. Each group wanted to dominate over the world and control as many colonies and markets as possible, which led to the occurrence of the World War. These three countries oka side, three countries oka side, వీళ్ళు పోట్లాడదు, right? They are trying to dominate each other and trying to create a world war. అంటే మొత్తం మేమంటే మేము అని డెవలప్మెంట్ కోసం they are fighting. Now, the first World War began in 1914. It was a really World War because almost all the countries, imperial nations and their colonies of the world took part in the war. World War 1914 లో స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఆ వరల్డ్ వార్ లో ఆల్మోస్ట్ అన్ని కంట్రీస్ కూడా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యాయని చెప్తారు. ఇంపీరియల్ నేషన్స్ అండ్ దేర్ కాలనీస్ అంటే ఆల్ ఓవర్ ది కంట్రీస్, ఆల్ ది నేషన్స్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్, ఆల్ ది కంట్రీస్ ఆర్ పార్టిసిపేటింగ్. China, Japan on the east and the US on the west part in the war. China, Japan on the east floor and US on the west side, they took part in the war. The first World War ended in 1918. Britain and France defeated Germany and its allies in the war. Okay, the war was ended in the year 1918, and who have defeated Britain and France defeated Germany. Britain, France, and Germany defeat. They made them to loss. Now, guess for the World Wars. Sorry, causes for the World Wars. Causes ki, I mean, World War ki even causes hai. Ante World War valla causes enti, consequences enti. What are the damages that we have? Aggressive nationalism. The ideology of nationalism was a positive impulse. Many newly formed modern nations were created in Europe because of people's strong feeling of nationalism. And after this World War, the aggressive nationalism ante ippudu the employment opportunities gaani, the development wise gaani, everything have in a positive impulse. Positive impulse or positive way, right? It was also forced behind the unification of Germany and Italy, but the ideology created pride in these nations and uttered against the neighboring countries. But Italy and Germany, they are trying to form a positive way or positive thinking among all the people. That is what aggressive nationalism. Italian fascism and national socialism of German Nazis were the other forms of aggressive nationalism in destructive mode from 1923. Aggressive nationalism అంటే the people who are trying for democracy with the aggressive అంటే కోపంగా మేము చేసేయాలి ఇది మాకే కావాలి అని అంటారు చూసామా, that is one. And other side, the Italian fascism and national socialism of German Nazis were the other forms of aggressive nationalism in the year 1923. Other side వచ్చేసి these are the countries they are trying to form a aggressive socialism from 1923. Fascists promoted aggressive nationalism and image of victorious Germany ruling over the world. They also mobilized and the Germans against the other nations of Europe. And they are trying to get all the aggressive nationalism. And they are trying to get the opportunities or aggressive. They are trying to get all these things, whatever they require to democracy. Now, imperialism. With the growth of industrial capitalism, European countries like imperialism and the growth among all the industries. And industries wise, ఎలా develop అవుతుంది, growth అవుతుంది. With the growth of industrial capitalism, European countries like Britain, Germany, and US needed to access raw materials and market for their products. And industry develop అవుతున్న కొద్దీ ఈ బ్రిటన్, యూరోప్ కంట్రీస్ అన్ని ఏం చేస్తుంటారు, వాళ్ళకి కావాల్సిన రా మెటీరియల్స్ అన్ని దే ఆర్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు గెట్ ఫ్రమ్ అదర్ కంట్రీస్ అండ్ మార్కెట్ దేర్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్. అంటే వేరే వేరే కంట్రీస్ నుంచి రా మెటీరియల్స్ తీసుకొని వాళ్ళు ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసిన ప్రొడక్ట్స్ మార్కెటింగ్ చేయాలి కదా, వరల్డ్ వైడ్ మొత్తం అమ్మాలి, రైట్? దే వాంటెడ్ టు ఇన్వెస్ట్ దేర్ గ్రోయింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఇన్ ది కాలనీస్. అంటే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్న ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అంతా కూడా ఎక్కడైతే రా మెటీరియల్స్ దొరుకుతాయో ఆ ప్లేసెస్లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటారు. రా మెటీరియల్స్ దొరకడం అంటే మనకి ఇప్పుడు రిసోర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట, కానీ రా మెటీరియల్స్ మన దగ్గర దొరకవు. మనం వేరే కంట్రీస్ నుంచి ఎలా తెచ్చుకుంటామో దీస్ యూరోపియన్ కంట్రీస్ ఆల్సో ట్రైయింగ్ టు గెట్ ది రా మెటీరియల్స్ ఫ్రమ్ డిఫరెంట్ countries. Thus, by the end of the 19th century, there was a race for colonies between the European powers. Okay, again there is a competition for raw materials, for resources in between the European countries. Race and competition. The newly emerged industrial powers like Germany and Italy wanted to redivide the colonies, but the old industrial powers were not ready for this. This created a lot of tension, often leading to wars. అంటే ముందుగా కొన్ని కంట్రీస్ కలిపి వర్క్ చేసామమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు ఆ రెండు డివైడ్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ రూల్ చేయడానికి చూస్తున్నారు. కానీ ఆ ముందుగా వీళ్ళు పెట్టుకున్న రూల్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి బ్రేక్ చేయాలి, అవి ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. అంటే అగైన్ దేర్ విల్ బి అ కమ్యూనికేషన్ గ్యాప్ ఆర్ మిస్అండర్స్టాండింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ది కంట్రీస్ అండ్ ఆ కండిషన్స్ని డివైడ్ చేయలేము. అలా డివైడ్ చేస్తే ప్రాబ్లం, డివైడ్ చేస్తే కూడా అది ఆ ప్రాబ్లం మళ్ళీ గొడవకి దారి తీసి రైట్ అగైన్ దే మే it may lead for a often war కూడా వే అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. Secret alliances. After defeating France in 1870, Bismarck, a German chancellor who led a unification of the world. Okay. After defeating or after making them to loss in the year after defeating France in the year 1870, Bismarck, he is a person from German chancellor who led unification of Germany. The Germany related okay chancellor, he is the Bismarck person. The German chancellor wanted to isolate France. అంటే German chancellor ఏంటంటే ఫ్రాన్స్ ని డిఫీట్ చేయడానికి ఈస్ గివింగ్ సమ్ ప్లాన్స్ ఐడియాస్. He made a secret alliance with Austria in 1879 and Italy and Austria in 1982. And he is getting some secret communication between these two countries, Austria and Italy, in the 1879 and 1882. year. Hence it was called Triple Alliance. Triple Alliance అంటే A, B, C. A will go here, B will come C will go to A. And triple angle lo they are sharing the ideas. Now here Germany is going to Austria is going to Italy, again Italy going to Germany. This is called Triple Alliance. France made a mutual alliance with Russia in 1891 and with Britain in 1904. France and it got some mutual understanding or in agree అవుతున్నాము మన వార్స్ కానీ ఏదైనా సరే we will come with a mutual agreement or with a good friendship we go with the wars and everything. That is in the year 1981 and 1904. To protect itself, Russia, France and Britain formed the Triple Entente in 1907. ఇప్పుడు రష్యా, ఆస్ట్రియా and Italy ఈ మూడు కలిసి they are trying to protect themselves by combining all these war powers. అంటే ఈ మూడు కంట్రీస్ ని వాళ్ళ సేవ్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ముగ్గురు కలిసిపోయి వీ రష్యా, ఆస్ట్రియా, ఇటలీ వీళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్న వెపన్స్ అన్ని యూజ్ చేసి ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లం రైట్ వరల్డ్ వార్ కానీ ఫుడ్ ప్రైస్ కానీ ఎనీ అదర్ రా మెటీరియల్స్ రిసోర్సెస్ అయినా కానీ దే ఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ దెమ్సెల్ఫ్. In 1907, that is happened in 1907. The Triple Alliance led by Germany and the Triple Entente made the European powers jealous and suspicious of one another. ఇలా చేయడం వల్ల ఏంటంటే కొన్ని రోజులు బాగానే తర్వాత ఒకరికొకరు సస్పీషియస్ అనుమానం స్టార్ట్ అయ్యింది ఒకరి మీద ఒకరు. అంటే ఎలా ఈ ట్రిపుల్ ది మనం ఫాలో అవుతున్నామా లేదా, ఈ రష్యాకి ఏమైనా బెనిఫిట్స్ వస్తున్నాయా, ఆస్ట్రియాకి ఏమైనా బెనిఫిట్స్ వస్తున్నాయా, ఇటలీకి ఇట్లా ఏంటంటే ఒకరి మీద ఒకరికి సస్పీషియస్ దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ డౌట్స్ ఆర్ అనుమానం రావడం. Instead of real peace, these alliances created an atmosphere of fear and armed peace in Europe. దీనివల్ల ఏంటంటే పీస్ క్రియేట్ అవుతున్నాం కానీ దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే భయం అనేది ఎక్కువ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందమ్మా ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ కంట్రీ పీపుల్ ఎప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అని. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఆర్మ్ పీస్ ఆర్ ఫియర్ అమాంగ్ ది పీపుల్ ఇన్ యూరోప్. నెక్స్ట్ మిలిటరిజం. Militarism is the belief that military power is the best way to ensure security and solve the problem. Yes, military powers are more powerful to give us security and to solve our problems. Right? There will be many military people who protect us. Even the countries also will be protected by military people only. The military expenditure of 6 powerful countries is Germany, Russia, Austria, Italy, France and Britain increased by 3 times. That is from 132 million to 397 million during the years from 1880 to 1914. చూసారా మీకు ఏమన్నారంటే ఒక కంట్రీని మిలిటరీ పీపుల్ సేవ్ చేయాలంటే వాళ్ళకి అయ్యే ఖర్చు అంటే ఇక్కడ దే హావ్ గివెన్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ డాలర్స్ బట్ 132 మిలియన్ నుంచి 3 టైమ్స్ పెరిగిందమ్మా వాళ్ళ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్. ఎందుకంటే 397 మిలియన్ అంటే వాళ్ళకి అయ్యే ఖర్చు ఒక కంట్రీ రిలేటెడ్ అది ఎప్పుడు 1880 నుండి 1914కి 1880 to 1914కి 3 టైమ్స్ పెరిగి వాళ్ళ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ పెరిగినాయమ్మా మిలిటరీ ఫోర్స్కి మనం పే చేసాం. అంటే వాళ్ళు మనకి సేవ్ చేయాలి కదా బికాస్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు పే ది ఏ లాట్ ఆఫ్ అమౌంట్ టు ది మిలిటరీ ఫోర్స్. దట్ ఈస్ 6 పవర్ఫుల్ కంట్రీస్ పెరిగిన ఐ మీన్ మిలిటరీ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ పెరిగింది ఎక్కడ అంటే 6 పవర్ఫుల్ కంట్రీస్లో. దట్ ఈస్ జర్మనీ, రష్యా, ఆస్ట్రియా, ఇటలీ, ఫ్రాన్స్ అండ్ బ్రిటన్. ఈ 6 కంట్రీసే మిలిటరీ ఫోర్స్కి ఎక్కువ పే చేస్తున్నారు. There are 3 important things in the context of militarism. Okay, there are 3 important points or important aspects in militarism. That firstly, all these countries have built massive standing armies for their defense. First ఏంటంటే ఈ అన్ని కంట్రీస్ కూడా massive huge number of military force ని establish చేసుకున్నారు. That is one thing. Secondly, they competed with each other in increasing their military weapons. They encourage people to support wars. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఈ 6 కంట్రీస్ కూడా ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళకి వాళ్ళు కాంపిటీషన్గా ఫీల్ అవుతూ పీపుల్ అందరి దగ్గర నుంచి సపోర్ట్తో వార్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేయడం చేస్తున్నారు. దే ఎంకరేజ్ పీపుల్ టు సపోర్ట్ వార్. థర్డ్లీ, ద లార్జ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ వెపన్స్ ఎమర్జ్డ్ విత్ కాన్స్టెంట్లీ ప్రమోటెడ్ ది ఐడియా ఆఫ్ యూజింగ్ వార్ యాజ్ ఎ సొల్యూషన్ టు డిప్లొమాటిక్ వార్స్. ఫైనల్ ఏంటంటే ద లార్జ్ వెపన్స్ విచ్ దే ఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు గివ్ ఇట్ టు ది I mean they are going to use in the wars. Balkan politics. There are many small kingdoms in the Balkan Peninsula. Okay, that is a country where there is a small kingdoms or small country or small areas. People belonging to many sects, languages were living there. And there will be a people who lives in a small villages with a different caste and different language people. They were being ruled under the Ottoman Turkey Empire. వాళ్ళందరినీ రూల్ చేసేది ఎవరన్నమాట Ottoman Turkey Empire. That empire will be ruling these people. After the fall of Ottoman Empire, Austria, Germany, Turkey, Russia competed for the supremacy over the area. అంటే అప్పటి వరకు బాగానే ఉన్నాం. Ottoman Empire కొలాప్స్ అయిపోయాక these big countries, 6 big countries ఉన్నాయి కదా, దాంట్లో ఆస్ట్రియా, జర్మనీ, రష్యా, దీస్ ఆర్ ద కంట్రీస్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు ఆక్యుపై దట్ ఏరియా. అంటే కాంపిటీషన్ వీళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే ఆ ఒట్టోమన్ ఎంపైర్ పోయింది, ఇప్పుడు నేనే ఆ కంట్రీని ఆర్ ప్లేస్ని ఆక్యుపై చేయాలని దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ కాంపిటీషన్. Moreover, Russia and Turkey were trying to control the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea region into their hands for a long time. Russia and Turkey అంటే అప్పటికి they are having a control on the 2 seas, that is one is Black Sea and one is Mediterranean Sea from a long time. So there was always tense situation around the religion. Okay, because if the Ottoman have gone, the other countries are trying to occupy that country, I mean the Balkan, but there is some situation facing with the tents. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ వీళ్ళు సీని ఆక్యుపై చేశారు, మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు మనము ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఏరియా మొత్తం ఆక్యుపై చేయాలంటే అగైన్ దేర్ విల్ బి a small kind of war will be happening. During the same time, Austria was trying to suppress the Serbian rebels in Bosnia who were against to the rule of Austria. Again, at the same time, the Austria is trying to dominate the Serbian rebels in Bosnia. And the Serbian rebels are the people who stays in Bosnia. They were against to the rule of Austria. And the Serbian people ఎక్కడైతే బోస్నియాలో లివింగ్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు ఆస్ట్రియా రూల్కి ఎగేన్స్ట్ ఉన్నారన్నమాట. వాళ్ళని అణిచివేయడానికి అంటే డామినేట్ చేయడానికి దిస్ ఆస్ట్రియా ఇస్ ట్రైయింగ్ ఫర్ సప్రెస్ ది ఆర్ డామినేట్ ది పీపుల్. ఇమీడియట్ కాజ్. On June 18, 1914, a Bosnian Serb assassinated the Crown Prince Adolf Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. Right. On June 18, 1914, Bosnian Serb, as a president or Abbaside, he have assassinated. I mean, after the death of his Crown Prince, Austria asked Serbia for the explanation on this. Okay, after this death, Austria asked the explanation why he have died. What is the reason? Austria declared war on Serbia after the unsatisfactory reply of Serbia on 28 July 1914. Austria again, why this happened, why he have died, then there is no proper reply from Serbia, and immediately Austria attacked a war because of their unsatisfactory reply. At a proper response, the Austrian gave a war. On July 20th, 1914. This was the immediate cause of the First World War. That is the first cause in the World War. The first part in the loss of a people, loss of a place, that is this Serbian people. As Serbia was on the side of Britain, France and Russia, they came to support it. And Serbia and France next to Russia ki related reality. These all the countries came into the picture and they are supporting the Serbia. Germany and its group also decided to jump into the war in support of Russia. Even the Germany and other countries, they are having support, right, for Austria. They are trying to, and they jumped to support the Austria. This was called the First World War. First World War no first ended Serbia and a country related with the country by the Austria war practicing. That is the first cause in the World War. That is the immediate cause. And the one proper response of the Austria gave or announced a war on this country. The countries which are the participated on behalf of Austria were known as Central Powers, whereas the group called Allied Powers. And Austria behalf of and Austria ki vallu and Austria ki support cheyadaki Germany countries kuda participate chesayi amma ee war lo. Danni Allied Powers antaru. Allied Powers ante depends on few things. Central Powers got upper hand over the Allied Powers in the beginning of the war. So Central Powers in the sense all the nation powers at a time they gave some good upper hand అంటే పై చేయి మాదే మేమే విన్నింగ్ జోన్ ఉన్నాం. Due to internal revolution, Russia, the Allied power, withdrawn from the war by making treaty with Germany in 1970. After this war, the Germany have got Allied power back. And Allied power and Germany, Russia, the group of countries in Europe, these are having Allied powers back. This war made them to withdraw the powers. బాగానే ఉన్నాయి పవర్స్ కానీ ఆ వార్స్ మనం ఎక్కడ యూటిలైజ్ చేయడానికి లేదు కాబట్టి దే ఆర్ విత్డ్రాయింగ్ ది పవర్స్ with Germany. Germany though they are withdrawing in the year 1970. On the other hand, US also jumped into the war on behalf of allied countries when German troops sunk its commercial ship Lusitania in 1917. Thus allied powers became victorious in the world war. After this, even US also jumped into the world war and they are trying to get involved in the German troop and the German people of Spain. They are trying to combine with the war that is in the year 1970, and all these became allied powers victorious in the war. And in war lo anni countries oka country continue war lo involve avadam. Because of that, all are they are getting some victorious, they are getting some good benefits from the war, and they are trying to achieve or occupy the countries. This is the first step in the World War, right? That is the first cause or loss happened in the First World War. Okay, I think there is a more revolutionary things that happened in the World War that we can discuss in next session. But today you go through with this all topics, right? And don't write anything, but prepare. Okay, maybe after completion of this is the one chapter we have left over, and inko chapter number 2 chapters aayega. Daily I will give the topics to read and write in your notes. Now no need to write, but replace chapter every topic 2 chapters aayega. Enter syllabus will be completed. After that, daily I will give few topics to write and read. Okay, that's it guys. We'll meet in next session with the